Hey guys, it's Wes with Dirt Concepts. Today we're going to take a quick look under the hood of both of my Mugen MBX8R A-scale buggies.
Catch me on the downslide, I'll be heading up in the wild, chilling low key. I'll be heading up in the wild, chilling low key. Catch me on the downslide, I'll be heading up in the wild, chilling low key. Catch me on the downslide, I'll be heading up in the wild, chilling low key.
Alright, so up first we're going to take a look at my A-scale Nitro buggy, which is Mugen MBX8R MBX8R. Anyway, let's take a look. Alright, the first thing we see here is the J Concepts S15 body with the Delicious Designs custom paint job. On the back, we have our J Concepts Lexan Razor wing, along with, on the front, the J Concepts front scoop. As far as tires that I'm running, these are green compound J Concepts Falcons. And the last thing is the custom decals from Boom Graphics. Looking pretty slick always. And that wraps it up on the outside, and we'll go ahead and take the body off and take a peek under the hood. So the first thing you see under the hood here is the ProTech Samurai RM.1 Nitro engine. This thing is an absolute ripper. Highly recommend it. I use a P3 Gold glow plug. I'm also running the ProTech 2135 header and pipe combo. Very, very smooth, a little bit better fuel mileage, and just overall great header and pipe combo. Highly recommend it. I run the Flashpoint fuel line. On top you can see I have the TOR style air filter, which is mounted by, you can see with a hard mount. That way I don't have to worry about the air filter boot potentially, getting knocked off the engine during racing. As far as the servos, I run ProTechs. They are 170 SBL servos. In my receiver box, I have a ProTech receiver pack, LiPo, along with the ProTech on-off switch. I run a Futaba receiver. Looking down at my clutch, I run the ProTech 4-shoe aluminum clutch. Awesome clutch, highly recommend it. It's very tunable, but the best thing is it's just really easy to work on. So it's just a great durable clutch. Let's see here. As far as accessories and hop-ups, I guess, I do run the titanium droop screws that are flat-headed, as well as I run the J Concepts Fin titanium turnbuckles. Oh, and then I also run titanium lower shock pins. I run the ProTech carbon fiber side guards. I run a carbon fiber wing button, as well as a wing mount stiffener plate that is made out of carbon fiber, and you can actually see it's actually like a flow through style, so when you're jumping it's not as noticeable running a stiffener there like usual. Alright, taking a look at some of the optional Mugen MBX8R upgrades at least. There is a aluminum clamping servo horn for the steering. I do run the composite one though for the throttle and brake. In all three differentials, I have Flashpoint aluminum diff cross pins. I do run a optional rear brass weight on my Nitro buggy. I do have my rear shocks actually spaced out roughly 4 millimeter right now. Sometimes I can have that up to 6 millimeter depending on how much anti-squat that you run. So that's beneficial for when you run around an anti-squat to basically correct the shock geometry, and you can also use it for creating bind if you want to. So interesting tuning option. In my shocks, I run the MIP Bypass 1 high flow 6-hole pistons. with the standard Adam Drake piston drill configuration. One notable change and modification to this car is the universal drive shaft joints. As you can see here, I have them on all four corners. And the last thing I want to touch on is the arms. You can see I have the lightweight arms on the rear, as well as the lightweight arms on the front too. So, and that about wraps up the Nitro buggy. So let's take a look at the E-buggy. All right, that wraps up the Nitro buggy, and let's take a look at the E-buggy. So, taking a look at the outside of my MBX8R Eco buggy, you can see the J Concepts S15 body, rocking the Delicious Designs custom paint job. You can see the J Concepts Razor, Lexan rear wing, as well as the J Concepts front scoop. And then as far as tires, these are also J Concepts. These are green compound dirt bites. Awesome. At my local track, highly recommend checking out this tire. Holding on the J Concepts wheels is Flashpoint magnetic wheel nuts. So let's take a look under the hood. So taking a look at the main components under the hood, first and foremost, there is a ProTech 6400 Shorty 4S battery pack. It's a lipo. A ProTech 170 SBL servo for the steering. And then my speed control is a Hobbywing XR8 Pro G3 speed control. And then the motor is a Hobbywing 2200 kV 4-pole electric motor. And you can see here, keeping it cool is a ProTech 30mm fan. You can sometimes run up to a 40mm depending on how hot it is outside, and the track configuration as well. Here in the receiver box, I have my Futaba receiver. Taking a look at some of the accessories that I have on here, like the Nitro buggy, I also have the ProTech carbon fiber side guards. And then you can also see it also has the carbon fiber wing button, as well as the carbon fiber wing mount brace. We also have the J Concepts thin titanium turnbuckles, which look sweet. Like the Nitro buggy, I also have the titanium lower shock pins, as well as the titanium, as you can see, domed droop screws. Inside of the diffs, I have Flashpoint aluminum diff cross pins. Looking more into the setup of this thing, I'm also running the optional Mugen universal drive shafts. In my shocks, I run the MIP Bypass 1 6-hole high flow shock pistons. As far as other optional upgrades from Mugen, I have the aluminum clamping servo horn, as well as the aluminum servo saver arm. As you can see there, I have the optional brass rear weight on my E-buggy, since they're kind of nose heavy. And then looking at the bottom here, you can clearly see the lightweight rear arms, as well as the lightweight front arms. Looking at the top here, you can see that I have my rear shock spaced out, looks like 4mm. And then also on the rear hubs, I'm also running the 4-dot carbon fiber hub plates. Check those out. They give you a little bit more rear end stability depending on the traction level and track layout. All right, that wraps that one up. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.